Imagine a fog-shrouded hollow deep in the Appalachian Mountains, where the wind carries whispers of forgotten sins. You've just pulled off a crumbling road in West Virginia, tires crunching over gravel when you spot it. An isolated cluster of shacks, windows like empty eyes staring back. Shadows move inside, figures twisted by time and blood. Among them, a child, no more than 12, her belly swollen with a secret that binds the family tighter than chains. This isn't a ghost story, it's real, etched into the genealogy of the Whitaker family, America's most haunted bloodline. A legacy of inbreeding so profound, it warps minds and bodies, hiding truths that society buried long ago. Dare to look closer, and you'll see the darkness that lurks in the roots of our nation's hidden history. Hello everyone. Before we start, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with where you're from and what time you're watching. That way, YouTube will keep showing you stories just like this one. In the shadowed valleys of West Virginia, where coal mines scar the earth like old wounds, the Whitaker family's story begins not with a bang, but with the quiet union of blood that should never have mixed. It all traces back to the late 19th century, when identical twin brothers, Henry and John Whitaker, were born into a world of hardship and isolation. These men, mirror images of each other, grew up in the rural backwoods, where survival meant clinging to family, sometimes too closely. Henry married a local woman named Sally, and together they raised a son named John Emery. Meanwhile, his twin John wed Ada Rigg, and they brought forth a daughter, Gracie Irene. In any other tale, this might have been the end of it. Simple branches on a family tree. But fate, or perhaps desperation, twisted their paths. The twins' children, John Emery and Gracie, were double first cousins, sharing not just blood, but an eerie genetic echo from their identical fathers. In 1937 they married, sealing a bond that blurred the lines between love and taboo. Their union produced 15 children, each one a living testament to the perils of inbreeding. The first, Eileen, arrived healthy enough, but as the brood grew, the shadows lengthened. Emery Lee, their second, gasped his last breath from pneumonia just a month after birth. A fragile life snuffed out too soon. Then came Freddie, who would later succumb to a long illness, his body ravaged by unseen defects. Lorene, one of the daughters, gave birth to Timmy in 1979, a boy whose mind would forever wander in simplicity. But whispers in the hollows spoke of darker currents beneath this surface. Isolation bred not just genetic frailties, but secrets that festered like untreated wounds. The family huddled in Odd, a village aptly named, where outsiders were rare and suspicions ran deep. John and Gracie's home became a fortress of silence, where the children's eyes held stories they couldn't voice. And amid this tangled web, allegations surfaced, hints of violations within the bloodline, where youth was stolen in the name of continuity. One account, buried in court records and hushed testimonies, points to a girl, scarcely into her teens, bearing the burden of a pregnancy that shocked even the most jaded investigators. She was 12, they say, when the cycle repeated itself, a child forced into motherhood by the very ties that should have protected her. This wasn't mere rumor, it echoed through the convictions of later generations, where grandsons like John Wade Jr. and Jason faced justice for assaults on the innocent, preying on girls as young as 13. The Whitaker's bloodline, once a simple thread, had knotted into something monstrous. Genetic mutations manifested in fused eyelids, cleft palates, and minds trapped in eternal childhood. Ray, one of the brothers, communicates only in grunts and barks, his face a map of unspoken pain. Betty, the matriarch now, vowed never to marry, dedicating her life to shielding her siblings from the world's gaze. Yet the past clings like mountain mist, refusing to dissipate. In Odd, time moves differently. Cycles of birth and decay repeating, each generation paying the price for ancestors' choices. As historians sift through faded documents, they uncover a pattern. Poverty, driving families inward, where marriage outside the clan meant risking the unknown. But for the Whitakers, the cost was higher, lives stunted, potentials crushed under the weight of inherited flaws. Peeling back these layers reveals not just a family, but a microcosm of America's forgotten underbelly. The Appalachians hold many such tales, but none as viscerally unsettling as this. What drove Henry and John to let their bloodlines entwine so fatally? Was it ignorance or a deeper, primal urge to preserve purity at any cost? The answers lie buried in unmarked graves and sealed records, waiting